The Wimbledon experience today is such a curious mix of fantastic traditions, things such as grass court tennis, white clothing, the celebrations with the trophies, the opening of the grass on the very first day of the championships. But then there's also the way that Wimbledon has kept pace with change and innovated to ensure that its experience is what fans would expect. So via the Wimbledon app you can have real-time scoring, you can have alerts. We try to make sure that wherever you are in the world you don't miss a single thing that happens. We are the go-to place for content about Wimbledon, and so the security strategy that we put around that is paramount.
Wimbledon.com faces a myriad of external threats and attacks. Last year, we already saw a tremendous increase in the number of cyber attacks against Wimbledon. 300% year over year. And this year shows no signs of changing that. We saw 200 million attacks across the whole tournament.
The most important thing in working with any partner is having trust. And so the fantastic thing about the relationship between Wimbledon and IBM is that it has stood the test of time. We've been partners for more than 25 years. Thankfully, we haven't had a major challenge in the security area, which is fundamental proof that IBM are offering us a good service. But particularly in the context of today's day and age, when hacks and security breaches are more common, we read about them in the paper often, it's even more important to know that that trust is there and that resilience is there if ever it should arise. If there was to be a security breach and our presence to the world be damaged in some way, it's inextricably linked to the health of our brand. Wimbledon does have this association with the very fabric of British identity, and so an attack on that could be perceived as an attack on more than just a tennis event.
At this year's tournament, we really saw two main dynamics. One was the sheer volume of attacks. The other was the sophistication of those attacks. And we saw for the first time, I think, deception techniques where perhaps there was a low and slow attack going on under the covers while something else was going on over here, trying to distract us from the real threat. At Wimbledon, we use a range of IBM security technologies. At the heart of it is IBM Security QRadar, our security intelligence platform. That brings together data from literally thousands of endpoints and devices across the infrastructure, correlates it, and helps our security team prioritize and identify the threats that they're facing.
It's easy for people to forget that actually we are here all year round and our digital properties are here all year round. And as soon as one tournament finishes, we actually the very next day start planning for the next one. So that's another aspect of our security protection and the role that IBM plays with us, making sure that we're set up for success for the fortnight by planning properly during the year, but also keeping us secure and alive for the rest of the year as well.
What we see today is the emergence of a new type of security operations center, a cognitive security operations center, underpinned by capabilities like Watson for cybersecurity that bring with them tremendous efficiencies, the ability to respond to threats far more rapidly than we've been able to do before, reducing investigation times from 60 minutes to just a minute. Confident in the knowledge that they're eliminating false positives that can be safely ignored and really focusing on the real threats, investigating those thoroughly, and then importantly responding to them. Wimbledon trusts IBM Security and our secure cloud infrastructure to keep the tournament safe from harm so that the fans can enjoy a really world-class experience.